Hey guys, good morning. So I wanted to go a little bit into Bed Bath and Beyond just because it's been extremely popular. Sorry. Over on man, why isn't my phone charging, dude? What the heck? It's like not even. See, look, I'm like sticking the stuff in. I feel like this is kind of it for my phone. Like it's officially like dead. Like it doesn't want to charge anymore. There we go. Jesus Christ. So I wanted to go a little bit into Bed Bath and Beyond and why I think it's a very bad play right now. Obviously, I mean, if it keeps obviously BBY can or Bed Bath and Beyond can keep running to the upside, right? There's no doubt in that, but um, you're not playing range anymore, and if you're longing, you're essentially longing at the top of the market, right? You're longing right before we have some really big weekly resistance at like 875 and stuff. So I personally would not look into longing BBY yet. I think there's a really good chance that from here, I mean, if you do not pop on Monday, right? If on Monday you don't go like this, right? As soon as tomorrow opens, if you don't pop up over 875, I don't think there's any reason to long, right? But if you do pop over 875, I think you should wait for the retest here of 875 and then go long, right? Because then after that, you have a really good chance of going to 1257. And if you already broke this range, if you already broke this 875 level, there's a really good chance you're going to $17, right? That's what I think right now. I think Bed Bath and Beyond has a really good chance of going to $17, possibly higher than that. And the thing with that is, if let me put this over here, just so we can get a better visual, but the reason why is because obviously BBY has a lot of volume. It's gonna have a lot of volume on Monday, but you can't have it. If BBY on Monday just does something like this and goes down here again or something, if you actually like retrace, right, and you come back here, you retrace like halfway or something like here, right? If you retrace down, then the volume it means it's gonna start dying a little bit, and I wouldn't go back into BBY that soon, right? Like it would have to, if you're going down here, that's fine, but you would have to wait for a clear indication of going back in, like as a trigger, right? So usually what I would do is I would wait for this hour, especially because it's starting to turn a little bit bullish. I would more than likely wait for the hour to turn bullish, give me that little red bubble, and I would buy calls, right? And then see if it actually breaks that 875. What the heck? BBY, there we go. So here's what I think is gonna happen. I actually think it's gonna break this 875 level just from how much volume there is of it being talked about on Reddit and stuff, right? I think there's actually a really good chance that it breaks this 875. But even if it does break this, I wouldn't play, I wouldn't buy calls if it breaks that 875, right? Like I have to wait for this to break, come back down, retest that 875. I would probably wait for a trigger down here somewhere, and then I would buy calls for like $17 for like 2 weeks out, right? Maybe. The only thing that can kill this momentum is CPI, right? So if BBY has just basically traded sideways up until Wednesday, and then CPI is like something ridiculous, like over 9.1% again, right? If it's over 9.1%, that means that the market is extremely overextended and it might actually correct itself. So I personally would not risk anything on BBY right now, just because you only have until Wednesday news for this to possibly run, right? So you really only have Monday and Tuesday for this to run, because news gets released on CPI Wednesday morning. And I think that can possibly kill all momentum. And the only good thing about Bed Bath and Beyond is if you bought calls on Friday close, I think you're kind of solid, right? I think there's a good chance that this hits maybe like 10, 12:50 tomorrow morning or even Tuesday. But I think if you're in Bed Bath and Beyond calls, or you're in any kind of option by Wednesday, I think you're gonna get wrecked, because I think either way it's not gonna do well. I think all the volatility is gonna get killed. I think Ivy's gonna get killed, right? So I think calls on Bed Bath and Beyond was good, but you had to buy them on Friday, right? If you want to risk like Monday, then you have to wait for it to pop, come back down, buy here, and then watch the retest to like the upside and stuff. But I think Better Bath and Beyond right now is kind of risky, because there's really only one scenario where I would personally buy calls, is if we break to the upside, because I know there's a lot of volume in there. come back down, retest that 875 level. I'd buy calls here as soon as I get a trigger on my indicators, and then I would ride this all the way to $13, possibly $17 Tuesday morning, if this scenario plays out on Monday, right? If you don't break 875 on Monday, I probably wouldn't even look at Bed Bath and Beyond, because then it would have to it'll probably trade sideways or down and then run up, right? And it has to do that before Wednesday's news. And Wednesday's news, I think, is just going to kill everything. If CPI is over 9.1%, I don't think we stay bullish. If it's under 9.1%, then long fucking everything. Bye.